Now, we've been privileged as West or as individuals to be involved with the United Nations and to be able to work with them through Dr. Petro Dimitriou. I hope he's already joining us. We've been involved with the UN for quite a lot of initiatives, involved in consultation, involved with them in data collection, survey, and so on and so forth. But what we realized, there is a problem even for the United Nations finding people from developing countries. And the two major regions we found, they have a problem. I'm not sure the situation now. We might go to Geneva this July, particularly Africa and the Middle East. So we are very well connected in Africa and Middle East, and they like and they appreciate what we are doing. But to find people in developing countries, particularly these two regions, Arab and Africa, is extremely difficult. In Europe, in America, if you put Allam Ahmed in your mobile phone, he will come out, not because he's famous or he's the best professor, no, but because the system in developed countries, United Kingdom, America, Canada, Australia, all OECD's countries, is designed to share this knowledge. It's part of the system. So you put Allam Ahmed, you will find me at Sussex, which I left 5 years ago, and so on. But in the developing countries, particularly Africa and the Middle East, that's not part of the system which we are trying to build. So when we started, we built a sustainable development portfolio to cater for everyone, developing countries as the priority and developed countries. And it has been very successful. As with other project is going on, and here I have to say, one of the people really, the world will appreciate his mindset, his coding, working in India to try to help us building. We keep talking to him, Komar, this is what we want, this is how we want it to work. And he spent few hours. It used to be few days, now few hours. And he come back with an idea how to work it. So we gave him as much feedback, and he gave us back a nice platform. This platform is supposed to help connect us all, not women, everyone, women, men, children, youth, and everything. And the guiding principle is that we need to be connected against a particular, if you like, set of categories, which is the UN is driving us towards, which is the Sustainable Development Goal, the 17. So it was very difficult at the start, but we try to educate our colleagues, the academia. You should align yourself with this 17. You should find a way. I know people from the medical field, they find it very easy. I will go for number 3 is health and well-being. Yes, any academic will go to number 4 because we're all educators and so on. But we try to help, and that's why part of this what we're doing. But as we developed the project and then COVID came, actually, we did a lot of work during the COVID. We start to come to the idea, we realize fast-tracking a particular set of directory towards women, as Janet was saying, is quite important because this will help to if you like, more of a positive discrimination. So we are trying to discriminate positively, as Nelson Mandela said very long time ago, towards achieving a global equality. That's our SOC. So we try to fast track African who is who, because there's lots of African, we can't find them. We also fast track Arab who is who, and then we fast track women who is who, and we also fast tracking the diaspora who is who. And the diaspora, the UN, they appreciate it. European Parliament, they appreciated what we done because we are all in a transition of migration and movement. Just look to the last speaker, Dr. Hala Abu Arrash. She said, I spend a lot of time in Lebanon, in the Middle East. So we all moving. So the nationality or the passport we hold doesn't really reflect or limit our background about indigenousness. So if you look at Allam, he got a background from Africa, from Arab, from whatever it is, but he's still a British, he's a European, he's. So that's what we're trying to capture. But let's come to the women who is who, which we are officially launching today, and I think it will make a difference. Now, number one, we want all women really to go and fill the form. It's free of charge, no charge. But it's very simple. You put your name, biography, up to 150 words. You upload your picture, choose which one. This is very important. So you need to choose which one reflect you much closer to you. One, all the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, And then you put here the universities you have attended. If you have never been to a university, it doesn't matter. We are not restricting you, but we're giving you the opportunity. If you have studied anything, just put it here. And then you go to, we ask you now at the as the trial period to choose just 5 areas. Maybe you say, oh, 5G is my area, accounting, whatever, sustainable development, aerodynamics, whatever it is. If you don't find the subject which relate to you very easy, email us and we will create it within seconds. That's the beauty of the fantastic work Komar has done and his team there. Fantastic work. So now if you send us, oh, Allam, I can't find the subject reflect my expertise, we will create it within minutes. Now, qualification, if you don't have a qualification, it doesn't matter. We are not talking about, if you remember earlier, I can't remember Melanie, I think Melanie who said, I am not a traditional academic. I think one of our distinguished speaker earlier. Yes, this is not about academics, about all of us, professional, academic, government, policymakers, everything. And then you go and the list will go. And then you go to the, we try to put any qualification we can come off, BBB, BChem, whatever qualification. If your qualification does not exist here, you just email us, say, oh, I got something called D, blah, 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 and we will add it. Now, then you put your map, you put your address, and the map will pick up immediately. And then this will help us to classify you. If you put, for example, South Africa, automatically you will be added to Southern African region, you will be added to Africa, and you're already in the global picture. If you put, for example, Egypt, like our last moderator from Egypt, if Professor Dua put down Egypt, automatically she will be under Africa, automatically she will be under North Africa, and automatically she will be under Arab countries, and automatically she will be under the Middle East and North Africa, depending on the classification. The same like for Indonesia, then it will come to East Asia, South Asia, whatever it is. And I think it's been working fantastically well. You put your email, the language you speak are critical. I have seen people in this directory where they speak fluent 5 English languages. And I keep saying that to my students for many years teaching in the UK. I ask them when we have the students coming from France or Germany in the Erasmus scheme before we left the European Union, and I ask them, why you don't go to France, study English, French? Why you don't speak German? You only speak English. That's have always been my critique for my own students here in this country, saying to them, it's not good just to speak English. If others are speaking 2, 3, 4 language, why not you speak 2, 3, 4 language? And now they realize the importance of this. So language also could be a good thing for people, policymakers to benefit from you. And then social network. We understand the power of the social network. I can see, remember, Ken was talking about this. Facebook, social media is critical now. And I would like to cite a really powerful statement. I heard it on our BBC documentary 3 days ago. We had a girl who was, she took her own life. I think she's 14, I can't remember, or 15. And part of the reason, I think, this is quite difficult to talk about. I think major part of the reason her family is that she has been, if you like, committed this suicide because of what she has seen in the dark web, in the website, and so on and so forth. So it's a very sad story, but it's been repeated all over the world. In the UK, we keep hearing about a child, 14, 15 years, lose his or her life because of the bad stuff in the social media. But the social media is still critical. What we are doing now, we're live streaming. This is now, people are watching us on the Facebook. The same Facebook, which will help people to commit suicide, is the same Facebook now we are using. But the father of that child, when they interviewed him, she asked him, the BBC, they asked him, what do you recommend? What do you think the solution forward? And she asked him, she said to him, some school in the UK is now considering clothing or abandoning kids to bring mobile phone. He said to her, even if you stop them or you abandon them from bringing mobile phone to the school, they will still use it. He's correct. They will still use it at your backside. And she said to him, okay, then what do you think the solution? He said, the solution is for us to understand how to live with this technological development, to understand how to live with the technology. And this is what I think an increasing, if you like, understanding of the role of technology and social media generally, or AI, all this stuff. Now we need to live to understand how to live with them. We can't reject them because they are driving us. So anyway, you put your publication. And the good thing is we're allowing you to put your videos, up to 20 video now we are allowing. And then you choose, have you presented in our conferences, yes or no? If yes, put the link and author website, whatever it is. I just quickly, because of the time, I will show you this in a real scenario. I will just pick, I'm not going to favoring anyone, but I'm just picking examples so I can show you all that. So the more you fill in is better for you and for us and for the whole world. Don't try to be shy. Put as much as possible information here because this is really what we want you to do. The net I see is coming. Now, once you do that, we will publish it. It will go through a publishing process. So immediately now I have in front of me, for example, Beverly. But let me go. This is the main website. Let me go to the women. So I will show you. Let's go to the specific one, which is the women. Sorry, we opened the whole big one. If we go to the women, if we go to search all, here it will bring you only the women we have in this database. So let's see. The first one showing here is Beverly. Distinguished academic. We're very proud of her. We call her really one of the best academics. You're going to listen to her very shortly in the next session. It's just coincidence that she came here first. Real tremendous experience, knowledge, blah, blah, blah. Huge contribution. You will listen to her shortly. If you come here, this is what you will find out. Imagine. And we are very proud to say, I had a professor who used to work with us at Sussex, and he left. He went to Harvard. And he sent to me an email saying to me, Allam, the profile you send us to see about the new platform you created or WSD created is better than our university profile. And interestingly, we keep receiving the same message from across many British universities. The profile we have for us here is better and more dynamic, more engaging than the universities, top universities in this country and across the US and other big countries. Why? Here immediately from the profile, you see immediately, nice smiling face, Beverly. Immediately, do you see the flag? You know she's from the US. Immediately, you know which university. And then immediately, you know her key 5 or 4 or whatever she put down SDGs area. So she is under 4, 8, 12, and 17. So if you need expert on this field, this is one of them. Immediately you will see the key top 5 area. We are restricting it to 5, but it could be more here. So immediately I know if I need someone to learn from him or to get her into an advisory board for the UN, there is no excuse. If they need someone on social responsibility who is a woman, we will say to them, here we go. You have Beverly. Go and check her. If you need someone international marketing, it's Beverly and so on. Then you go down, you have the profile in front of you. This is not for everyone, but this is because Beverly is one of our founding members. So we're creating, documenting, celebrating the women who founded this WSD. They've been heavily involved in it. But they will be here, your picture. And here you will see she is also member of the Women SDGs. So she is part of the SDGs WhosWho, and she is from the Women SDGs. And then here you see the SDGs she is belong to. If you click, say, on SDG 12, automatically, it will take you to all other women across the world who also have the expertise or the knowledge on SDG 12. So automatically here you meet Lynette Louis, the lady you met her earlier from South Africa. You meet Seema Joshi from New Delhi. And then you meet Mariana from the UN. You meet Dr. Cabelli from Brazil. And the list will go on and on and on. Immediately, she is connected with others. Now, let's go back. Beverly here in our system, she has done some work on corruption. Click on the corruption. I don't know. I'm just surprised. Okay, she's the only one. But we got a woman who has done, or she got knowledge or expertise somehow on corruption. Let's click on entrepreneurship, for example. I know this will bring more, definitely. So when I click on entrepreneurship, immediately then I will see Dua Salman, the lady, the professor who just finished. I will see Her Excellency, Dr. Hind Al-Muftah, one of our founders She's the permanent representative in the UN for Qatar. And I will see Dr. Ghad, Professor Ghada Amir. I will see Kavita from Oman. And then the list will go on and on and on. I will see Vanessa Ratten from Australia. This is the beauty of what we have done. And then I will see this nice woman from Nigeria. If I click on her, then again, the same cycle will continue. She is from West Africa. Okay, who are the women from West Africa we have? We click, here we go. These are all women from South Africa, from whatever institution, or Ghana, Nigeria, where is this, Ivory Coast, and the list will go on and on. Let's go to this lady, for example, from Ghana. It's an endless knowledge hub connecting these women together. Here, she's from Ghana. Okay, let me see who else we have from Ghana. And you click on Ghana, and then you see those women from Ghana, and so on and so on. It's really, really, we have done everything. We so far piloting the following. You can search all of them, but more interestingly, look at the map. You can just go to the map. And this is where we want you to fill this map as much as possible and to spread it, to circulate it. Then if the UN say, oh, in this old committee, my wife told me, I didn't know this story, to be honest. She said to me, the Sudanese government at some point sending a delegate to a UN Women Something Forum, and it was a man sitting in the picture with other women from across the world. Imagine a country sending its representative for a women conference. He was a man. I mean, this is an example just given to me by my wife. But the idea is we need this map to be full. So there's no excuse. If the United Nations Climate Change Forum, they want to select advisory board, we can easily ask them, where are the women? Oh, Allam, we couldn't find women. Or if we ask them why they're all Europeans, oh, we couldn't find one from Ghana or Nigeria, we will say, no. Did you click on this map? And I can just show you now. Let's go to where? Saudi Arabia, for example. We have the fantastic talk earlier. You click on Saudi Arabia. How many we got? We got 23. By the way, this is just pilot. Okay, go back and so on. This is the easiest way. China. Why you're not engaging people? Oh, Alam, I can't communicate with them. No, you can. This lady, I remember her. She's smart, one of the smartest girl I have ever came across in terms of data management. She's so clever, really clever. She was doing lots of data entry for us. Now you can find her, you can talk about her, and so on and so on. This is really what we wanted to do. But now we also have managed to do the following. You can say people by senior. Are you looking for vice chancellor women? Yes. You click, you find them. These are all women. Have anything, for example, Professor Lisa was a vice chancellor in rector of in Finland. Janet Drucker, Janet Drucker is one of the founder of WSD. She is the one who launched WSD at the University of East London 2003. Distinguished women, really, and she used to be the vice chancellor of Canterbury. Nora Colton, you can see now Professor Newham. Can you see the beauty of this? Professor Newham is the vice chancellor for research. So if you are a vice chancellor or a vice chancellor or a president, whatever the title of that top person you will come here. So now, if we need to get vice chancellor opinion about how women gender studies being improved in universities, we can just click here and we get this. These are just 5, but they could be easily 50, 500. One of the candidates for the most influential women for today, 2 of them are actually, one of them is a senior deputy vice chancellor and the other one is very senior. And they will join this and so on and so on. This is what we wanted to do quickly. You can think for women who are actually have anything to do with government, and you click on government and they will come out. So this is really what we have done, and we can improve it. Now, Gail, I know the time was very short, and I know Gail was very humble to introduce herself, but many people, they may not know that. Gail was the Minister for Education, Sustainable Development and Innovation for St. Lucia. Gail was the first woman to become the opposition leader in St. Lucia. And Gail was the spokesman of all the island in the UN climate change in Paris. Yes, she's so polite, she's so humble, but this is Gail. If you need someone with a government background, opposition party, and so on. Muna Abdel-Aziz is the director of public health. She works in government. She's leading in the front line in this country. Hind used to be a professor at Qatar University. She is the permanent representative of Qatar in the UN. So we can bring people out and we say to them, these are the women. You have no excuse. Arantxa is working in the UN. She used to be the Minister of Foreign Affairs for Spain, and so on and so on. And the list will go on and on and on and on. So Lisa and others. Then we can also look at them by, this is interesting, private sector. We need women in private sector because this is not an academic platform. This is an everything. If you look here, we are very proud of her, Maryam Salah. She was the keynote speaker in our anniversary. She is, look at her title. She is the Chief Digital Data and Transformation Officer for Vodafone in the UK. Very, very smart girl. She came, I know some of you have met her in the anniversary. So we can, this can go on and on. We can make this list as big as you like. Now, another thing, you can look for them. It happened to me in many countries. Allam, can you provide us a guest name to be a keynote speaker in our conference? I would say, yeah. Can you send us? I say, no. Can we open the laptop? Yes, I can open this laptop in Starbucks, drinking coffee, or in a Costa, or on the bus. And I will just say to him, these are the women, choose them. How do you like them? Whoever here, I can connect you with her. What do you want them? Do you want one talking about youth empowerment, public health, politician? What do you want? And then you can find him there because they are here as the keynote speaker for whatever that means. And then the interesting thing is the community. Oh, we need a woman to put them in an advisory board on improving writing skills for blah, blah, blah. Okay. This is our all women who have written something, books, journals, whatever it is. I was very pleased to see the power of Kim Lauren talking about her publication, talking about her book. She was so proud about her book. Yes, we need to bring these voices because this is a voice I heard. You heard how she was so much confident saying our book is highly cited. We want our book to be here every time so people cannot have. Look, these are all authors. They have authored books, whatever it is. Fantastic. Andrea Santiago from Philippines, she wrote 6 or 5 books on family business, a very important subject for all countries in the Gulf, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and so on and so on. So I don't want to carry on long. I want you to enjoy this and so on. Again, if you want to see the diaspora, the young, the sponsor, people who, and more interestingly, we also acknowledge, and this is very important, those whom we lost. This is something WSD is very proud to keep everyone involved in WSD. After we learn the bad news about he or she is no longer with us, we turn them from that to, we call them, I can't remember the title. That was, the title was Absent Friend. So Professor Siddiqa Washi was the first woman. This lady from Sudan, from Ahmed University for Women in Sudan, she was the first woman to become the president of the International Food Economics Federation. So what we do, we change them from being a member, we change them into something called DC, so that their legacy will continue. So her daughter, her son, and we can talk about, we are talking about her now. She already died 5 or 6 years ago. This is what we have done. I want you to go and look at it. We have a classification, North America, USA, Canada. You can say by Latin America, Argentina, Brazil, Caribbean, Europe, whatever it is. And also the other thing, just to finish up, we create the story. If we hear a story, we will publish them here. These are all stories about women. And all of you here in this room today, you have stories. We heard a lot of stories, and there is so many other stories. For example, I don't know her, but just as an example, being the new rector, you can see she's a young and so on, being promoted to a new rector of Erasmus University in Rotterdam. Any story we can add here. So it is a really platform to empower women. I encourage you all to explore it, one. Number two, I encourage you all to go and submit your details. And I do always remind people, please do not be humble. This platform is about you giving everything you can about yourself, so people will come back to you. How do people, they come back to you? They will come and contact you. They will say, let me tell you how they will come back to you if they want to consult you with anything. Let me just show you anyone here, for example. Where is it? Sorry. And I will finish here because I think I took more than my time. I don't want to be criticized for abusing my position. So if we go to Beverly, I will finish. Sorry, I use Beverly, start and finish. You have a box here called Consult Expert. You can write to Beverly after you read about her. And if she doesn't answer you, we will come back and try to help you, because we say here at Queen Mary, blah, 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 if you can't find her, we can try to help you with it. But more importantly, you can watch video, you can watch all Beverly video, book tomorrow video, my Beverly, this video of Beverly, we will listen to it shortly. It will end up becoming a video here of Beverly. So she got a library. Most universities, they don't give you that kind of, you can see picture about Beverly. This is in LSE, this is in Montreal, Turkey. This is, as far as I remember, Abu Dhabi. Wonderful Beverly, really wonderful. You can see Beverly in Bahrain, well done. Really, Beverly, well done. You can see Beverly in the UN, well done. Montreal, UN. So you can even explore. This is in America, in Stockton. So anyone, we can upload all this data here. This is the idea. The project will become very expensive once we launch it fully, because it will need a big data. I think I have to stop here. I'm really sorry if I exceeded my time, but I encourage you all to join. I encourage you all to submit. I encourage you to circulate it. And do not, please, don't be humble. This is about you.